Guys, welcome to Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Nicky here. So, something a bit different today, something that might interest some of you, and might interest some other people out in the YouTube world. Okay, I've been invited to come and have a look at the world's first fully electric, proper 4x4 off-road vehicle. Okay, there are lots of hybrids, there's lots of adaptations, there's lots of companies that bolt with a bit of electric into something and they claim that's an off-roader. No, this is being built and designed as a proper, fully electric 4x4. We're going to meet the company, we're going to meet the guys behind it, and we're going to have a look at some of the vehicles. Okay, now I'm coming into this with an honest view. Okay, you know me, I love my Land Rovers, I like my diesel and all the rest of it, but if electric is the way ahead, let's keep an open heart, open mind, and have an honest look at this vehicle and see what we think. So I'm here today with Surrey 4x4 Tours, okay, who run training in all sorts of off-road vehicles, from ATVs, quad bikes through to pickups, and cover a wide variety of vehicles. Going to meet a couple of their guys, and we're going to have a look at this vehicle, right? So this is MW Motors from the Czech Republic. Okay, there's been some good gear out of the Czech Republic over the years, including my daughter-in-law. Possibly won't use that bit, but hey, so we're going to have a look at the vehicle, see it put through its paces, and these guys are brilliant. I've had a chat to them and they've said, be honest, Mick, be brutally honest, which I will be. Okay. So you've got my old Land Rover in the background there, Jace's Range Rover, and possibly the future of four-wheel drives coming around the corner. And we're going to get to have a look at the vehicle, have a chat to the guys behind it. Yeah, oh, sure, I'm blown away. Now the lighting's not brilliant up here in the woods today, it's a bit wet, and I do apologise. I've got my wide brimmed hat on because it's raining, complete with the old wax jacket, try and keep myself dry. So we're going to have a look at this baby in a bit and see what you think. It's absolutely awesome. Jace, me and you are going to walk around it. So, yeah, I'm here with Jace, honest opinion Jace. So, what do you reckon, Jace?
Good looking vehicle.
It is a good looking vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like it. Very G-Wagon-esque.
Very G-Wagon-esque.
It's not a G-Wagon, it's G-Wagon-esque. Possibly a Daihatsu Sport Track, but bigger.
They are going to be doing a 5-door version when they release the body shape.
There is going to be a 5-door version. I'll tell you what, Jason, let's have a look at the inside. These guys are going to want to look at this. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like this. Stepping into the vehicle.
That's for when the vehicle floods, when you've gone through water and it doesn't run out.
Do you know what? Oh, right. I'll tell you now, straight away, guys. Take my hat off. Okay, seating position. Seating position's awesome. I've absolutely great visibility. This flat windscreen in front of me, it's perfect. I can see the end of the bonnet. I can see the ground in front of me. From an off-roading point of view, that is absolutely superb. Inside, yeah, the visibility in here is stunning. Like that. Good head space as well. So if you're a tall guy, not going to have an issue there. Good positioning, nice big windows. Okay, so again, if it's a hot day, you've got the windows down and all the rest of it, your arm out, that's absolutely perfect. Controls in the vehicle. So the controls in the vehicle, quite simple. Okay, so you've got your gear lever there, and then for any of you that have driven four-wheel drive, obviously you've got your standard four-wheel drive change there. You've got your 2 high, 4 high, 4 low. Okay, this has locking diffs back and front. Okay, there's a dash. This, yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's clean. I tell you what, in actual fact, the plastics on the dash are better quality than a couple of the pickups that I've driven in just lately.
The only thing Tim said was the steering wheel doesn't feel, it needs a leather grip steering wheel.
Oh yeah, but Tim wants leather on everything, doesn't he? Yeah, that's Tim. He's a bit kinky that way. Tim likes leather. He loves the smell of leather, does that, Tim? Yeah. And again, you get into this, you wouldn't know it from any other 4x4. Apart from the fact it's electric. Okay. So that's the only difference. And what we're going to do in a bit, we're going to jump in the passenger seat. We'll get Tim to drive it, take us around the woods and see what we think. We've got the guys here from Natural England, and they've had one of these vehicles for a while now. In personally what I call the proper colours for the older version, those of you that know the UAZ and the GAZ. So we might even have a chat to one of their guys in a bit and see what they think of that.
Yeah, because they've lived with them, haven't they?
They've lived with it for a while. So yeah, here we go. Let's have a look. Just out of interest, should we have a look in the... Let's have a look in the back.
And this is Lucas the DM.
Oh yeah.
And Brad is...
You know what, there's as much space in the back of that as you're going to get in any Land Rover, any Defender. If anything, maybe even a little bit more, because this is a little bit wider.
I think even more now.
Plenty of strap down points.
Yeah, good strap down points. Usable, that's a good usable workhorse, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big wide door as well, actually.
Yeah, it is a very wide door. Okay, do you like that? Good solid door. Like the spare wheel carrier on the boat.
Nope.
That's right. Yeah, so there we go. What a stunning vehicle with the roof rack. Brilliant. And yeah, that brings back some memories. Yeah, that brings back some memories, as you see. And been used by Natural England as one of their vehicles. Got to say, I've got a bit of a thing for these. There.
Well, the indicators are the same on the original ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. And that one, that's done some mileage now. Like I say, that's been used by Natural England. They bought that in because they wanted an electric vehicle for their rangers and guys to use in the woods. That's absolutely brilliant. So that's the newer version over there. And this is the original. Yeah, so again, it's a test bed vehicle. I might go on the blooper reel. Tim and Jason with the seesaw.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Well, for those of you that love a classic looking vehicle, yeah, brilliant. We're now recorded. So here I am. I'm in the vehicle with Tim, who's an instructor with Surrey 4x4 Tours and Training. I know the light's not brilliant, and I do apologise about that. This.
Proper full electric 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Front and rear differential locks, as well as obviously a centre transfer box, which is locked it in 4-wheel drive as well. So obviously centre locked in, 4-wheel drive, differential locks front and rear, good old-fashioned manual systems. Just going to take you on a little bit of a drive. So it is fully electric and actually incredible. What an incredible little machine. I'm very, very impressed with it. This is a prototype one. There are a few bits and pieces they're going to change. Something it hasn't got at the moment is a hill descent control or something to look after it when descending hills, because obviously with an engined vehicle you predominantly have engine braking, which is given via the transfer gearbox, I should say, and of course the engine doing its bit, whereas here with an electric vehicle you don't. So that's in development at the moment. As I said, this is a prototype, but as you can see here, as I apply the brakes here, I'm just literally bringing the vehicle back. Now, I have taken the liberty of putting the diff locks in because I don't know whether Mitch actually showed on his video, but it is currently running on road tyres. And if he just quickly shines over there, you can actually see this is really quite mucky.
It's quite very muddy.
And it is very, very mucky indeed. But as we come around here, just nice and gently, you can see, just dropping it in nice and steady. Once again, Spartan are working hard on developing this as really the world's first fully electric four-wheel drive vehicle, or working good system, let's say. And as you can see, the diff lockers are in at the moment. It's pulling its way through, and I promise you this is on a road biased tyre, which I think is
what I'll do later on, Tim, when you're taking other people, or when other people are going around, I'll get some shots from various angles.
Yeah,
mate.
please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, this is awesome. And you're a Land Rover fanatic, aren't you?
I am a big Land Rover
normally
fanatic,
with Tim, if you mention any other four-wheel drive, he's
You're
like,
Satan.
they're all right, but nothing beats me Land Rover.
No, you can
Got
see
some
there.
power, isn't it?
It certainly has. So as we get stuck into here, as we can see, we're making sure those diff locks are in, and which they are. So I'm just going to literally roll it back just a fraction. But what I'm going to do now is to just bring a fraction of power in and just keep it climbing, and let's see if it will climb up over this section. If not, we'll have to drop it back a fraction, put a little bit of momentum in. As I said before, it's not a downfall of the vehicle. It's actually, we're on road tyres, and this is really muddy here today.
That's a hell of a steep slope as well, isn't it?
Look at that.
I wouldn't want to bring my Land Rover up there, and I've got mud tyres on.
Yeah, exactly. But that cleared it beautifully.
Yeah.
Real power delivery though. I mean, it is a phenomenal little machine, and it's just great. They've really cracked it. It's really good. And let's see how the development comes for the future now with it. As you can see, we've got a lot of people arriving today with good old-fashioned diesel engine four-wheel drives, and yes, I think they're in for a shock.
And do you know what, Tim? Personally, it's just something that really has stunned me. Right, it's like the finish, the plastics.
It's
now,
great, isn't
bear
it?
in mind, you know, you get a lot of different vehicles up here, and a lot of very big brand pickups and four-wheel drives, and the actual finish,
The quality finish
is
it's really good.
Do you know what?
It's really good, and fair play to Spartan.
I've got to admit, when I was driving up here today, I was thinking to myself, do you remember when they released the Spartan EV? Right.
Yeah, what a fabulous vehicle, but
It was a fabulous vehicle, but the finish left a little bit to be desired.
It certainly did.
But this is, mate.
They've just got it. The thing I can't get my head around,
Yeah.
nothing shakes or wobbles when I switch it off.
So, you know when you turn the key?
Yeah,
I was waiting for that. Whoa.
Yeah, there's just nothing, but it's very, very
mate.
good. Very
so,
good.
as somebody that drives four-wheel drives for a living, for a profession,
Yeah.
who does, and I'll show you Maud in a bit, who is, well, let's face it, what's your background, Tim? Let's tell us your story. What's your background in
I
a
worked
quick
for
one?
Land Rover. I was a global lead instructor with Land Rover, and I've been instructor for 25 years now. In obviously four-wheel drive vehicles, ATVs, quad bikes. I even teach people how to tow trailers off-road. And the truth is that I've come from that background. I'm very pro Land Rover, obviously. I'm very pro Toyota as well. I think Toyota built a fantastic product. But I'm not here advertising other people. I'm not here advertising four-wheel drive vehicles. We all know what they do and how they do it. But in reality, I'm shocked. I'm amazed at just how good this is and how well put together it is. And would I buy one? Yes, I probably would. I think it's great. I think it's a good little vehicle. This is the future.
If this is the future, roll it on.
I say that as well, my friend.
Yeah, everything else I've seen that's electric doesn't really tickle my
Doesn't
boat.
really do it
but
for me
this,
either. Yes, it's
this I like. And speaking to the guys, the feedback, they're like, no, yes, by all means, film it and be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know, it's so refreshing, because how many times have we met other people and they're like, no,
Don't say this, don't say
don't
that.
say this, don't say that. And here we've been encouraged to just give the feedback and be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and it's absolutely awesome.
It's a very, very good vehicle.
Right, I'm going to cut that
Good to see
interview
you all.
with Tim there. You will see more of Tim on the channel because we're going to get some adventures out this year. We're going up to
That'd be
Wales with him. We're going to be doing some green laning and that. Jason will be cooking burgers as usual. And yeah, so you will see more of Tim and the lovely Caroline, hopefully.
Oh yeah, all being well. Yes, yeah.
Anyhow,
Yeah, we'll bring her out.
so there we go. What we're going to do, going to jump out now, let some other people have a go, because otherwise I'm hogging things, walking around trying to be the big YouTube star, and see where we go from there. That's all right. So we're going to get an introduction to the guys now. So, here we go.
Lucas, the general manager.
Lucas, lovely to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, Martin.
And Zenek.
Nice to meet you.
So,
Lovely to meet you.
Zenek is software,
Yeah.
Martin is hardware.
Right, so these are the geniuses, okay? These are the guys behind this. You want to get yourself the future of four-wheel drive. As I said to you in the past, electric vehicles, silent. You're going to keep the governments happy. You're going to keep all the green people happy, okay? And you can still creep round in the woods in your 4x4. So these are the guys that are responsible. I must say thank you to.
Thank you.
No problem. So, guys, is there anything... In fact, actually, I'll do it this way. Is there anything that you guys would like to say to the four-wheel drive, bushcraft, camping, survival, farming world when it comes to your vehicle?
Yeah, I would have one comment.
Yeah.
Keep your prejudice until you test it.
I'll go with that. Yeah, don't knock it until you've tried it. Exactly that.
It's
Okay,
what life is about.
It is absolutely great ethos. Some sensible questions. In fact, I'll get this way round because it's easier. So what sort of range are we looking at on your vehicle?
The range will vary
Yeah.
from, we're talking miles now,
Yeah.
not kilometers. So we're talking from 150 miles up to 250, 60 miles, because
Okay.
there will be also 5-door version,
Yeah,
which will have a bigger wheelbase
Yeah.
plus bigger battery. So
brilliant.
this will be the range variety which you will be able to choose from
Okay, no.
towards the end of this year.
And do you think there's any real limitations for your vehicle as opposed to, say, a petrol vehicle or a diesel
Not
vehicle?
a single one. On
No.
contrary.
No.
On contrary.
Well, that's it.
On contrary, you know, the car has everything you can imagine. You can lock both axles.
Yeah.
You know,
differential lock.
differential
Yeah.
lock. Sorry, and you can actually. We have tested the car, and we haven't found yet a track
Yeah.
or part of a track which diesel or petrol would do and electric wouldn't do.
Brilliant.
So-
Well, as
So far, we haven't found that. So
Yeah.
maybe somebody will find that, but in general, 90.99% of the times you will
Yeah.
be comparable or matching diesel, petrol, or exceeding actually that expectation.
well, yeah. Personally, I think it's probably going to be exceeding. I mean, the torque that you can produce from an electric motor compared to a diesel petrol is phenomenal. You know, it's
And what some people may like and some people may not like, that basically because it's electric, it's
Yeah.
basically automatic.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not like that you have to change the gears all the time.
yeah.
There's certain manual gearing when it comes to the two-wheel or four-wheel, which is
Yeah.
okay. But otherwise, it's really like a like a BMW driving back to Manchester from London. Okay, you're just sitting in
90% of modern vehicles, isn't it? I mean, really, the automatic gearbox. A lot of people sort of say, "Oh, lazy man's gearbox" and all the rest of it. But in actual fact, it's the future. It's whether you're driving petrol, diesel, or electric. Having that ability to concentrate on the road rather than think about the gears,
And
having a system where you're at peak performance for what the whatever the motor is
correct
needs at the time,
and
rather
plus
than
you have to
wasted
consider
energy.
that if you look at the clientele of ours, which we are targeting, obviously, it is including people who are very much outdoor, very much really being out there. But its majority will be companies who are actually using the car on, let's say, daily basis for their work, or farmers or individuals. And what they need, you need reliability, reasonable price, and you need easy to ride a vehicle. You don't want to think, training difficult times and
You want
retraining.
something that anybody can jump in and
You
use.
can just jump in and you really can drive it from here without any training, because it's like any other car.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more difficult terrain you will choose, the more trained or aware you have to be.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes the training for the people using the car much easier than you would ever imagine.
That comes down, same thing that with the guys here with their training courses. Anybody can drive, and then you suddenly jump into a four-wheel drive to drive off-road.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of tuition,
Exactly.
takes a little bit of teaching.
Yes,
It takes,
it does. It does. It is a different creature, but with this one, you sort of merging these two different worlds into sort of one, providing the best out of it, which is, I think, really something special. Which again, many people say, yeah, well, I enjoy the gearing and the changing gears. Yeah, well, okay, fair point.
Yeah.
But many people will be happy not to do that and really focus on getting somewhere without any trouble and just getting on with their jobs.
Well, that's the secret, isn't it? I mean, with four-wheel driving, there's two types of four-wheel driver. There are those that want to get stuck.
Yes.
They want the challenge of getting unstuck,
yes.
in which case their best friend is a winch,
Yes.
which is, funny enough, electric.
But correct,
And then-
correct.
And then you have the guys that genuinely want a tool to go from A to B in tough conditions. They want it to work, they want it to be comfortable, they want it to be enjoyable, they want to get out at the end of the day when they finish work and not feel exhausted.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's where I see that.
Correct, and there also comes the argument about the range.
Yeah.
And if you think about, if you're going outdoor, you wanna get stuck. Yeah, obviously you probably go very much remote areas, but major people, which will be our clients, I would imagine, and I'm pretty sure of that, will be people which I just described, people who wanna use the vehicle on daily basis.
Yeah.
You definitely don't wanna get stuck, ever. On contrary, you wanna be thinking, I have a tool which will take me out if I get stuck. But you wanna enjoy the pure pleasure of using the car on daily basis, not thinking about it.
Well, that's it. That's the truth of the matter, and that's one of the things. That's how I became involved with Surrey 4x4 Tours. So my background is as a survival instructor. So I teach survival skills to people, and they obviously teach off-roading. And they called me in a number of times because people wanted to do expeditions.
Yeah.
What do you do if the worst happens? But most of us don't want the worst to happen.
Yes,
Most of us
that's
just want to
That's the
jump in,
Yeah.
drive, have a great time, enjoy, and get where you need to be.
And then when you think about it, people might be saying the range is not enough. Well, try to drive 4x4 in the difficult terrain for 150, 200 miles. You
Yeah.
never do that. You never do that, because if you do that, you're gonna spend your 8 hours driving, so you do not the work.
Yeah.
So what you need is a range from 50 to 100 kilometers,
Yeah.
taking you anywhere which you decide to go, which the car will provide you with. But you don't have to have a range of 350 miles. Yeah, you need to have that with Tesla, obviously.
Yeah.
That's given, or with your big fancy cars, or with this, let's say, working tool, or you need a little bit different setup in
Yeah.
terms of, for example, the battery range itself. So there is a lot of, that's why I said that, keep your prejudices until you try it, until you actually consider what you need and what you want, because
Yeah.
then you might be surprised that
Yeah.
very often you need less than you think.
Yeah. And that's the truth of it, guys. So guys, let's have a look at where the witchcraft happens. There we go.
Actually, that's what I will do.
This car
How about that then? That's where the witchcraft.
Does like throwing around.
So here we go. And we got modified vehicles. Got a lovely 110 there. I said I'd show you earlier on, so I'm going to show you now. That's Tim's Maud, who's been all around the world, had lots of adventures. He's used every single day. It's used every single day to teach, and drags him all over the UK to run courses for people. We've got something a little bit more modified here. In fact, we've got something quite a bit more modified there. I've just noticed the dash, and yeah,
Or lack of.
lack of.
A bowler.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Oh, look at V8 it says on the back.
Yeah,
That's real. It is.
it's a big V8.
And there's nothing of it. I bet it leaves most vehicles for dust.
I just can't believe. I mean, I'm not tall. I don't know how people fit in.
I'd never be able to get in there.
A bowler. That's a quick car. And as I said, we've got the Wrangler over there. So, what do I think? Honest opinion, after talking to the guys. Right, so, my first question was batteries. How long is the battery going to last? And the guy goes, well, I aim at 20 years. I was like, pardon? He said, yes. He said, it's all down to the battery management system. So by having an advanced battery management system in there that cares for the battery non-stop in hot or cold conditions, they prolong the life of the battery. Okay? Genius. Simple idea, simple plan. I like it. It works. Okay? That's what they're aiming at. Okay? The vehicle itself, yeah? So you're looking at ranges. So you say to yourself, yeah, 150 miles isn't a huge range. But if you're in the UK and you're a farmer, or you're a gamekeeper, or you're an off-roader, how many times do you actually drive more than 150 miles? Right guys, I'm going to go back home and do my editing.
Okay.
So this has been Mickey up the woods with the guys from MW Motors.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, MW Motors. Right, go and have a look at them. I'm going to let them say their goodbyes to you. So,
Nice to meet you.
anything you'd like to say to the public of the UK, America, the world, in fact?
Send the other.
I'm ready and waiting.
There you go, guys. Have a look. Go and have a look at their website. You'll be impressed. So I got to admit, in all honesty, this is my outro. In all honesty, when I came up here this morning, I was a bit of a doubting Thomas. You all know I like my petrol, I like my diesel. You all know that I'm into hydrogen cells and all the rest of it. Yeah. Do you know what? These guys have made me think seriously. And if I could organise a sponsorship deal for the channel, I know where I'd be going. I am really, really impressed. This vehicle is super capable, and it is the future. Okay, guys, go over and have a look at their channel. Even if you're not going to buy, go show them some support and love. This is Mickey, Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. And remember, as we always say, love those you do, forgive those you don't. Peace and light be upon you all. Till we talk next time, Mickey out.